Good evening, everyone. It is Read With Me with Debbie Cromack, the author of Someone Exactly Like Me. We're almost halfway through. So we are reading the story of Nicola Mancini and Destiny Cardone. And it is a love story. It is a slow burn love story. You can find it as contemporary romance. It is friends to lovers. It is soulmates. It is very romantic and a little bit of suspense, I would say. And you can get it on Amazon. It is available in ebook, obviously in paperback, and I also have it enrolled in Kindle Unlimited. So if you're in Kindle Unlimited, you can read it for free that way. So I will say, oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Angel. I appreciate that. Oh, because you watched the Christmas, you watched the Christmas video, right? I saw that you liked it. Thank you for watching that. I'm not decorating like top to bottom this year, and definitely not. Thursdays I get acupuncture, so I'm a little bit sleepy. I'm a little bit, sometimes it doesn't impact me much. And then other times, like one time I was so out of it, I fell asleep on the sofa, and I never sleep in the middle of the day. So, it's been a little bit kind of crazy today, just because, not crazy, but if I'm a little bit sleepy or if I sound a little bit off, it's because of the acupuncture. And if you see blood spots, I have one here. She sticks the needles in, and all right. So we're not here for acupuncture. We're here for Read With Me. So let's get started. Let's figure out where we were from last night. Oh yes, we were ending at a time gap. If you would like to purchase signed paperbacks, I have a form on my website, which is very easy to get to, debbiecromack.com. And if they're $15 when mailing in the United States, and not only do you get a free bookmark, you get some other stuff too. I always include a few little extra things. All right, so I believe we're in Candy's point of view. Let me just make sure. Yes, because I think she and Destiny and Candy are chatting. So now we have a time gap. Candy and I spend Saturday being tourists, shopping, eating, hiking, and taking in the beauty of the island. Sunday is a beach day. I read my book under our umbrella, and Candy works on making her already tanned skin more golden. My phone chimes. Nico. Hi, how was your trip going? Having fun? I wasn't expecting to hear from him. My heart pumps a little faster. Me. Hi, it's great. We did touristy things yesterday, and we're on the beach right now. Nico. Don't get sunburned. The sun is very strong there. Me. I'm under my umbrella. Smiley face. What are you keeping busy doing? Nico. Right now, I'm reading your book. I gasp. Candy rolls to her side and pushes her sunglasses on top of her head, peering at me. Who is it? It's Nico. He's reading Sunflowers for Sarah. The words spill out of my mouth as adrenaline spurts through me at the thought of him reading my words. Me. I hope you enjoy it. Nico. I am so far. I picked up a few of them. Winky face. I lurch forward in my chair, gasping again. My hand flies to my chest as I stare at the screen. What? What's happening? Candy's now sitting on the edge of her lounger. Apparently he got several of my books. He wants to learn about you. I whip my head toward her. I don't want him reading too many of my books. Why? Because they're like glimpses into my soul. You know that. My stomach twists. That might be a good thing. No, that's not a good thing. I don't care about strangers reading my books, but I don't want him knowing that much about what goes on in my head. What if he got one of the more interesting ones? It's not a great replacement word for that, but that's okay. I don't want him reading my intimate thoughts. What do I say back? Take notes, baby. She laughs playfully. I erupt into laughter. You're no help. Hey, here's what I'm getting. He's thinking about you. He's reading your books. He's texting you. You're on his mind. I think he's probably just bored. My phone chimes. Nico. I miss hanging out with you. My mouth drops open slightly as I stare at the screen. What? What'd he say? I look at her. He said he misses hanging out with me. She squeals, leaning back in her lounge chair, lifting her knees in the air and tapping her toes alternately in the sand. Just saying. She winks at me, then takes her sunglasses off her head, puts them back on her face, and lays down again. We have another quick time gap. Thankfully, the flight home is uneventful. I'm so glad I went on the trip. It's been a while since Candy and I got to hang out together, just the two of us. Just the two of us. Tomorrow will be just the two of us, me and Nico, spending our last day together. Why did you have to come steaming into my life, Nicola Mancini, only to walk right back out? Chapter 14. We are still in Destiny's point of view for 2 paragraphs. My conversation with Candy replays in my head. I honestly don't know how to feel. I don't want to misrepresent something that's not there, but I'm terrified for there to be something between us. Even if he does feel a little something for me, there's no way logistically it would work. Before I go to bed, I settle on enjoying our last day together without letting my confused feelings interfere. Excited about seeing him tomorrow, I drift off to sleep with the memory of being wrapped around him in the ocean, our heads tucked into one another. Now we have a time gap, and then we jump into Nico's point of view. She's back safely, and I get to see her today. Not only do I get to see her, but I also have to make sure she agrees to come to Ranch Inn with me. Today won't be enough. I need to see her again before I leave. As has become our meeting time, I get to her house at 11 o'clock. When she opens the door, the tension that's been sitting in my chest the last few days releases. Today she's cute and something else melded together. Part of her hair is pulled into a small clip behind her head. She wears dark gray shorts, a V-neck lavender t-shirt, and a delicate gold necklace. Leaning in, I touch her lightly on the arm and kiss each of her soft cheeks. Stepping back, I take her in. I take her in again. She has no idea what she does to me with her some physical descriptions, and more physical descriptions. Okay. The drive is about 2 hours to San Diego Zoo, and she tells me about her trip to Hawaii with Candy. Along the way, she continues to be diligent in her tour guide duties, pointing out landmarks and things to do. We stop for a quick lunch before we get to the zoo. You'll want to have your cigarette now because you can't smoke on zoo property at all. Though she never judges, there's always just a disapproving sadness in her eyes when I stop whatever we're doing to go have a cigarette. Cutting my ritual short, I have my cigarette and return to her car where she's waiting inside for me. As soon as I get in, she puts the windows down. I don't want my car to smell like smoke. Her words, still void of judgment, pinch at me. I don't apologize. I can't. Though it's an addiction, it's also my choice. I know that. I hate feeling powerless to it. Does it ever bother you, the things you miss out on because you need to smoke? She tilts her head slightly, her eyebrows raised as her lips press together. Tension coils around the muscles in my neck. A lot. I know it will break my dad's heart to know I'm smoking. My friend Heidi works with people to help them quit smoking. Obviously, there's a big part that's the addiction, but I also know how connected you feel to your dad when you smoke. She does things like matrix re-imprinting and EFT tapping that could help you if you wanted to try quitting again. I confess I don't fully understand what's involved or how it works, but I can give you her number if you wanted to ask her some questions about it. Her kindness and compassion continue to inspire me. I do want to quit someday for good. I want to be free from craving something I know is killing me. She gets her phone from her purse and messages me her friend's contact information. She's helped so many people with the work she does. I believe she could help you if that's what you really want. Thank you, I appreciate it. While I do appreciate her giving me her friend's information, I don't think I'll call her. When we arrive at the zoo, we're just in time to catch a bird show. After the show, we weave our way down different paths to see the animals. Watching her behavior and interaction with them, I can see her love of animals. If there's an opportunity to pet one, she's right there with loving strokes and a gentle voice. There's a section in the elephant sanctuary where you can get close enough to feed them. As she steps toward the wall that separates us from them, a massive elephant approaches, one lethargic step after another. It stands right in front of her, shifting its head so its eye is looking directly at her. She affectionately gazes into its eyes and smiles. They stay like this for a few seconds. Then the elephant reaches out its long trunk toward her. I almost pull her back, but she doesn't look scared. Though people are nearby, Sounds fade, and the air is still as I watch them. The elephant stretches its wrinkled gray trunk a little longer, putting it close to her face, sniffing. She lifts her chin, still smiling at the majestic creature. It curls its trunk, and she slowly reaches up, cradling the trunk in one hand and gently rubbing it with the other. Then she whispers. I'm not close enough to hear what she's saying, but as she whispers, the elephant's marble-like eye closes and opens slowly. She lengthens her strokes, still whispering. Then she leans in. The elephant reaches as far as it can and tucks the end of its trunk into the crook of her neck. She rests her head on it, and a tear falls from the elephant's eye. I stand there, motionless, frozen, my eyes fixed on them. Raising her head, she takes the large gray trunk in her hand and kisses it, then releases it and steps back. Wiping tears from her cheeks, she steps back again. The elephant backs away from the wall, flaps its massive ears, and releases a loud trumpeting sound. Turning away from the wall, she walks toward me. I rub my chin with my hand, both confused and amazed by what I just witnessed. There's still some moisture under her eye that I wipe with my thumb. What just happened there? Do you know this animal? Looking up at me, she smiles. I do. Are you some kind of elephant whisperer? She chuckles as she starts back down the path. No, when I was in high school, I thought I wanted to be a zoologist. My aunt and uncle live out here, and I'd visit them on weekends a lot during the summer. They know the people who own the zoo, and they helped me get a part-time job here. I was here the day Jojo was born. As much as I was able to, I came to the zoo to take care of him and play with him. And now I visit him when I can. That was one of the most incredible things I've ever seen. My entire body is formed by a strange mixture of calm and exhilaration. Was he angry that you were leaving just now? No, that was a happy sound he made. He was happy to see me. He misses you. I miss him. As we head toward the large cat section, my phone rings. It's Vance. Excuse me, I have to take this. Now we're going to jump to Destiny's point of view. So I think it's a good stopping place for tonight. I hope you're enjoying it. Let me know in the comments. I would love to know what you're thinking of the story. Yeah, that is where we'll end for tonight. All right, I'm going to shut down over here on Zoom, TikTok. Stay with me, and I will see you tomorrow night right here. Good night.